This is my happy place. It's the end of the summer. We're in Minnesota. I only have so many months a year that I can actually work all day outside. This dish, the carpaccio, is so easy and such a great use of the luxury cut of this animal where you can really taste all of the nuances of the flavor, accented by a little bit of aged parmesan, some lemon, some olive oil, some charred tomatoes that we're gonna blister in a basket in the coals, some herbs that we're gonna pound into the meat and also finish with. It's just a really, really, really simple, easy idea that people have been eating forever. Take your ends off so it's kind of uniform in size, and then we just roll it over and see what we have to trim away, what would interfere with our eating pleasure. And I think it's kind of obvious. We have that big strip of silver skin, so we're just gonna cut it off very, very simply. So I'm not taking very much meat off, mostly silver skin, and come all the way down. Now we have a nice uniform piece of trimmed tenderloin, and I have 3 pieces of meat there. This is baking paper. We'll fold this over and pound it out, and we're gonna plate this onto plates that are in the freezer. You put a little bit of olive oil on the paper or saran wrap, whatever you're using, little seasoning, salt, pepper. I don't need to get fancy here. I'm gonna pound these chives into the meat. Some parsley, some tarragon leaves. I'm just stripping the leaves off those big stems. Mix that together, back onto our board. A nice generous sprinkling, and we just wanna fold it over so it meets the other side. And then we just wanna gently pound. And you can then spread it to be more circular and uniform in shape. Take off the extra paper just because it just is a lot easier to deal with. And I have this beautiful, big circle of meat that I can just place to the side and repeat. So these 3 beautiful pieces of carpaccio, take them, put them on a plate, put them in the fridge, and then we'll plate them on those frozen plates that we have and let the person's mouth warm it up and let that flavor just explode. I can see this is going along nicely. We have about another 35 minutes before we reach the hour and 15-minute mark. If for some reason you're running out of fuel, you can always lower this and put it closer to the burn pit. Don't put fresh wood on here. You want to work over a coal bed. All right, I have some pecorino romano, and I'm just gonna cut some strips here. That's gonna be my white element, sort of remaining true to the tradition. Cherry tomatoes. We don't need a lot of olive oil, just a little. Salt. Pepper, because I'm actually gonna put my cherry tomatoes in the basket on the fire. I want some fresh coals rather than some dusty ones. Cherry tomatoes. We'll scooch those down there. Charred tomatoes, giant haunch of antelope. If this doesn't make you hungry, I'm not sure what else I can do for you. You gotta go right down into the coals because otherwise they're gonna cook before they char. We're trying to char them a little bit. And then we want them to stop cooking. Now we have everything that we need to plate our carpaccio. Plates from the freezer. Take off what was the bottom piece of paper. We want the herb side to be on the top, and that is looking perfect. Little zest. Don't worry about where you see char or where you don't see char, but I always take one and make sure to stick it on top so that people see the char. It's a nice visual cue. And then just take some in your hand and just break it up into little flakes. A little bit of really nice extra virgin olive oil. A little more fresh pepper. Just a little more salt. You can use basil leaves. And then the last thing, cut a nice little piece of lemon, and that's it. Antelope Carpaccio. Doesn't get any better than that. Edge of your fork. You don't need a knife. You do want a charred tomato with each bite. Wow. Incredibly easy to eat, but it tastes so purely meaty. The acidity from the charred tomatoes, a little bit of fat from the olive oil, the fresh herbs. I'm not gonna lie, Antelope Carpaccio, it's what you want for lunch. Especially as you sit here and gaze at your haunch getting ready to be turned, because that's what we have to do next.